Bosses in the game, always playing it cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn it around. Kill shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Chasing that money, living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make the kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Chasing that money, living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make the kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heal shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain. But in this city, ain't nobody in the way. We're the kings of the night, here to stay.
Viewer discretion time.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, heel faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz. That's Draven Grimes. We got an interesting show. We got a double feature for you guys tonight. First up, we're going to give y'all a little taste of our new show. This will be on Thursdays moving forward, but it's called Thursday Night Fantasy Wars. We're going to be talking about what if John Cena turned heel back in 2011 when he was thinking about turning heel the first time. We'll get into it right after this.
Cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain.
All right. How you doing, brother?
It wasn't long. We'll say that. I'm all right. Had a lot of shit on my mind the past couple of days, so trying to recuperate from that. But I gotta ask, you said this was a double feature tonight, correct?
Yep.
Am I getting 2 envelopes for this?
You get an extra hot dog.
The chili?
We can probably do chili.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
We in there.
Booyaka, booyaka.
So.
Oh, wrong guy.
Yep. So we are talking about what if John Cena turned heel in the early 2010s, specifically 2011, and what happened that would start this in your mind?
Well, I think instead of just going straight to when and why, we need to make a timeline.
All right.
Let's start where I feel the turn would spark. Not necessarily have the actual turn, but you're gonna start seeing little seeds planted. Let's go back to WrestleMania 27.
Okay.
Main event: The Miz, John Cena, WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
We changed nothing. Not a damn thing. The Rock does come out, does cost Cena the title. We have Cena throw a little bit of a temper tantrum, just a little one. He'll kick the ropes, argue with the fucking referee, like really, like almost for shoot, look like he's upset, like that was not supposed to fucking happen.
Okay.
Okay. We let shit slide. We don't see him on Raw the next week. Now, I did not pull up every Raw and SmackDown for 2011 that John Cena was a part of. I think we can just kind of fantasy book it out, knowing what the next pay-per-view match was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Big Slurpee. So, we're going into Extreme Rules. It's a triple threat steel cage with The Miz and Morrison.
Okay. Yeah, bring the mic closer.
Fix that later. We change nothing there.
Okay.
John Cena does go over and win the WWE Championship. But he has a little bit of a fucking chip on it. Walking around with a little more swagger, a little less hustle, loyalty, and respect. You're like, he's kind of being a pompous asshole, but he's still like John Cena.
Okay.
All right. Miz gets his rematch at Over the Limit 2011. Retains. More of that swagger. More of that being an asshole, right?
Right.
Still, fans are like, oh, this is a nice fucking attitude adjustment, so to speak, for John Cena. I'm liking this.
Mm-hmm.
But even after the I Quit match ends, which it was an I Quit match for the title.
Sure.
He doesn't let the STF go.
Okay.
He chokes out the quote unquote for shoot. To the point, who was the fucking general manager at the time? John Laurinaitis.
Oh, yeah.
God, I can't do him for shit. Had to come out there and physically get Cena off of him. Cena snapped a little bit.
Right.
Cool. All right. Now, night after, we were supposed to have R-Truth turn heel on John Cena. You remember that short fucking run that he was a heel? Yeah. But what if we didn't turn him heel? What if we just had him as kind of like R-Truth now, but just not childhood hero John Cena kind of thing?
Okay.
Where he's just trying to talk sense into him. Cena doesn't want to hear it. Cena's going to continue doing what he's going to do. R-Truth eventually gets a beat down from it because he just stuck his nose where it didn't belong, so to speak. And we get a championship match at Capital Punishment, which he wins. Cena wins. Let me clarify. So that kind of brings the swag a little bit more. But he loses it after the match again. But he doesn't choke him out with the STF. He just puts him in the corner and he stomps the shit out of him to the point the referee reverses the decision. R-Truth wins the match, but he wasn't pinned and he wasn't submitted, so the title does not change hands. Okay. Night after that. What do you think was the night after? Night after Capital Punishment, 2011. The following pay-per-view is Money in the Bank. We're supposed to have a pipe bomb. We're still dealing with the contract issue, quote unquote, and we're about to have a pipe bomb, so to speak. Talking about Punk, but we're reversing that.
Talking about Punk.
Yep, but we're reversing the roles. Cena's going to drop a fucking pipe bomb. Similar to how he did the night after the Elimination Chamber, whenever he fucking showed up first. You petulant fucking people, all you've ever done was use blah, blah, blah. Like, his version of a pipe bomb. The following week, CM Punk goes out there and just eviscerates him on the microphone. To the point that Triple H is now involved. Triple H is physically trying to keep these two away because by this time Triple H has kind of transitioned over. He's more on the corporate side. He's not really working full time. That sort of scenario. But Cena's kind of over with the crowd still.
Right.
As a baby. Like, they're still like, we want this Cena. Like, this is that ruthless aggression, basic thugonomics kind of Cena.
Right.
Just with a twist. And then you got Punk over here basically getting the revenge verbally for having a pipe bomb dropped on him because we just flipped the roles. Cena put Punk through a fucking table and then did the fucking pipe bomb on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you following me?
Yep.
So Cena's fucking over. Punk's now fucking over. Triple H is fucking involved. Nobody wants to give Punk a title match because he's not re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H makes it very clear. Want this match, re-sign. We'll give you whatever you want. This is big money. So he negotiates the contract out a week ahead of time. We don't get the whole, oh, he's leaving at midnight thing. There's a stipulation put on the match. Give him whatever he wants, right? Whoever loses at Money in the Bank loses their job. Okay? Okay, you follow me?
Mm-hmm.
On top of getting cult of personality, on top of all the benefits that he got, whatever. This is the only thing I'm changing on the contract for that match.
Okay.
Signed, sealed, delivered. They do the week leading up to Money in the Bank. They do Punk's contract signing, to re-sign. They make it public for whatever fucking reason,
Sure.
and they do the Money in the Bank contract signing at the same time. What does Cena do? Cena leaves him a bloody fucking mess. Punk's become a martyr. The heel turn's right there.
Right there.
But the babyface turn is also right there.
Mm.
Like they're like a vaginal hair. Like walking that fine line of one going face, one going heel. Like they're like right fucking there. Like the crowd doesn't know who they want more because this is like the most raw, intense, almost shoot angle they've ever fucking seen, right? Money in the Bank happens. Changed nothing about the finish. All the interferences, all that shit. Punk wins. What was the stipulation added in the contract on the what if? Loser is fired.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk wins the WWE Championship. Does the whole fucking thing up the thing because this is Chicago. Regardless, let them have that moment with the crowd.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily, well, flip Vince and John on the kiss goodbye.
Right.
John,
might even blow you a kiss goodbye.
John Cena pulls a fucking Bret Hart at Survivor Series 97. Destroys everything at ringside. Tables, monitors. He finds a fucking knife and starts trying to cut the fucking ropes. Like he's just lost it.
Okay.
To the point, Vince and Triple H come out to try to stop him. It gets very physical, very quick to the point. Not only security, but local police has to fucking step in and arrest this motherfucker for assault because he went after fucking Vince with a knife. This is no longer PG. This is shoot. You know that fucking Hell in a Cell bullshit they pulled like a few months later?
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit. That shit don't exist in this world. This is my world.
This is your world.
This is my world.
World of HSP.
Following out on Raw, Vince McMahon comes out, makes me an announcement. Now, not only has John Cena been released by WWE, he is now being sued by WWE and Vince McMahon for his actions prior to.
Okay.
Okay, getting a little corporate with it.
A little bit.
Triple H comes out and says, we don't need this public. Like, let's handle this backstage. And Vince is like, my fucking company, do what the fuck I want. So we have that tension right there because eventually they got to have that thing and Vince has got to get off TV.
Yep.
And this is what takes Vince off TV. Punk comes out, acknowledges that he won the title, acknowledges that there's no rematch clause, and he wants an opponent. Who comes out?
Doctor.
If you smell
Oh, yeah.
what The Rock is cooking.
Because remember, he caused Cena to lose the match.
all of this.
Started all of it.
Mm-hmm. So we don't need this now. We're now in full fantasy mode. Okay? Punk versus Rock has been announced for SummerSlam. Babyface Rock. Cult favorite CM Punk.
Yes.
Because the turn fucking happened. Cena's the most hated man in wrestling right now. Punk is the most loved man in wrestling right now. Match happens. Who shows up at fucking SummerSlam?
Cena.
No.
Oh.
John Cena's attorney does a backstage promo with Triple H and Vince, hands them a fucking yellow envelope, and walks off.
Okay.
Entrances happen for the main event. Massive pop for Dwayne. Massive pop for Punk. Here comes Vince with the yellow envelope, calling off the match. There is no main event for SummerSlam this year.
Oh, shit.
Because there's something in that envelope. Something Vince doesn't want anybody to know about. Something that only very close people know, such as one John Cena. Pay-per-view cuts off abruptly. No main event. No championship match. The following night, you remember, I can't remember what episode it was. It was when nobody was backstage, like everybody basically boycotted, was on strike.
Mm-hmm.
So, same scenario, but Vince goes out. The only thing working is the fucking hard cam. Crowd's there. Security's there. None of the boys are there. None of the camera guys are there. Power guy, fucking producer, nobody's there. He walks out there with that yellow envelope, white as a ghost. And before he could fucking say anything, here comes Punk. Here comes Dwayne. Both of them irate. Wanting to know what's going on. Here comes Hunter. Wanting to know the same thing, because Hunter don't know shit either. Hunter's just as lost as the boys. Mm-hmm. And Hunter's supposed to be the number 2 guy right now.
Right.
Notice, we haven't seen or heard anything about John Cena. We never said that was John Cena's attorney. It was just an attorney. So we don't know what's going on as fans. Okay? Vince loses it. Says, if this gets out, my company's ruined. I have no choice. And before that happens, a man in a hood with a lock and a chain blindsides every damn one of them and leaves.
The Doc is back.
Or so you think.
I think.
The only person left standing is Vince. Because Vince is the only person that can overturn the decision, right? Later that night, we have a busted up CM Punk storming into Vince's office wanting to know what the hell that was. We all know it was John Cena. He's like, I can't confirm nor deny. It's like, I don't care. You could take this fucking title. And PG era, he said, fuck. You could take this fucking title. Bring him back. I want his ass. I want him hell in a cell. Vince denies this.
Huh.
Vince ain't gonna take the title like that. Who fucking knew? The rest of the show is basically like a best of because the boys don't want to work. They're just showing previous matches. You see fucking Hunter back there with a fucking like bloody thing, like a bloody gauze on the back of his head, like pushing fucking buttons in the production truck, trying to fucking like for a shoot, making this shit look fucking like it's only him fucking working this shit.
Okay.
We go to next week. There's a board meeting the Sunday before. The decision was overturned. John Cena returns to Monday Night Raw. John Cena is supposed to open the show. Music plays.
No Cena.
Music plays again. Nothing. If you smell, Dwayne comes out. No pandering, no bullshit. I know this is pretty bullshit, but no bullshit. Like straight to the fucking ring, grabs a fucking microphone. Not even talking in third person. He's fucking pissed. How dare you hold this company up as much as it's done for you in the past 10 years? You're a fucking coward. You had this whole segment laid out for you, for your grand. Same man in the hoodie. Same chain. Padlock. Knocks out Dwayne again. Here comes Punk. Trying to chase him down. Who catches Punk? Cena catches Punk. Starting to feel what I'm cooking here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cena has an accomplice. Okay. So, that segment ends. Dwayne's getting hauled off to the hospital. This is how we're writing him off for the remainder of the year.
Okay.
Concussion, cracked skull, whatever. Punk goes to Hunter. Since the decision's been reversed, and he's now an active WWE superstar, he goes to Hunter for the Hell in a Cell match. We're in October, right? So the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view's coming up anyway. we get CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Championship inside Hell in a Cell. And we're doing this a little prematurely here, so I mean we're about a year off from when it's actually supposed to fucking happen. Follow me. Go ahead.
Gymnastics. Hook, minor to gymnastics.
We're doing it live. Fuck it.
That's right.
K-pop sucks, by the way.
I know it.
So,
All right, before we move on, let's get our first commercial break out of the way. We will be right back. What up, Heel Fashion? In today's day and age, internet security is of paramount importance. That's why today's sponsor is Surfshark VPN. Tell them about it, Draven.
Dude, it's really quite simple. VPNs are the way of the future. Keep your stuff secure, safe, and out of hackers' hands. You want to go watch Netflix over in Japan? Flip that shit over. You want to go watch the Capital Humor, and you can't because you're one of these states that got it banned? Flip that shit over to another country. Really quite simple.
Absolutely. Keeps your information safe, out of the hands of hackers. VPNs, as Draven said, are the future. If you use the link in the description, you can get Surfshark VPN for 88% off plus 3 free months.
Damn, that's quite stupid.
Yeah, we're talking about less than $2 per month plus 3 free months if you sign up using the link in the description. Safe surfing, happy surfing, keep your shit safe. We'll get back to the show. Thank you, Dark and Draven. I want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. $1.99 a month gets you everything you need. All the members-only videos. You get the merch at cost. You get all the emojis and all that stuff. We do have a $4.99 tier. So that includes like more personal communication. Like we have a Zoom call for those members coming up this weekend. And there's more direct communication that way. So check them out. We'd love to have you as a member. And back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the figure is back. Three hooded figures. Huh? Oof. Oh, you still got your mic.
That's cool. You'll probably catch me anyway. I gotta fix this right now. Okay.
So take it back to.
We'll take it back to the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Cena, Punk, 3 figures. Still hooded. all with chains and locks, beat down CM Punk. CM Punk's now off television for the foreseeable future. I'm gonna put him back at the Royal Rumble. We're not going into 2012. We're going to end right at 2012, and then we're going to discuss everything I put down and see what you would do differently. Following night, like I said, there's no more jorts, there's more sneakers, no more Fruity Pebble t-shirts, no more My Time Is Now. No music, no Tron, just that blank black one that he has now. Suited up till 11, like to the point Nick Aldis looks like a JCPenney catalog suit, like to the fucking nines, my guy. Walks in, spotlight all on him. That's the only thing on is the spotlight in that ring. Not a fucking word. You know how he played the crowd? When he picked it up, they started blowing it and he put it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he did. Put the fucking mic down. He goes to leave. Motorhead plays. Hunter comes out. Hunter's not in a suit and tie either. Hunter's taped up. Hunter's in fucking gear. He's ready to fucking go. He gave up his position as COO or whatever the fuck he was at the time to avenge everything he's done the past few months legally in the ring. But here comes Vince. Vince stops Hunter. Still holding a yellow envelope. Whatever's in this yellow envelope has a lot of power over Vince McMahon, considering the shit he's fucking done. And all you see is just a slight smirk on John's face. He just does that little that he does. Next thing you know, those three guys beating down Hunter. Bringing his ass into the fucking ring, beating him down some more. And hits a triple power bomb.
Oh, shit.
It's better. Moxley. Rollins. And we got Cassius Ohno on this one.
Cassius Ohno.
Chris Hero, the original third for the Shield.
Mm.
They're not named the Shield. Not yet. But that's the three men. Okay. They've debuted. We go to the next week. Hunter comes back. Beat up. You know how they have great fucking makeup effects. Beat up. Gets in the ring. Calls him out. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, Dwayne comes out. Tells Hunter he needs to shut the hell up. Know your role, shut your mouth, get the hell out of the way. This little punk ass bitch is mine. You have two of the biggest names in the ring wanting to fight over this motherfucker. Here comes Vince. Still with the envelope. This is where it gets good. Vince says it can't happen. You two can't do it. Hunter has enough of it. He says, I figured you would pull some stuff like this, Vince. So I made a phone call. We're going to find out what's in the envelope right now. Vince kind of freaks out, turns around. Sweet chin music. Good old HBK lays out Vince McMahon. He gets the envelope. Walks down to the ring. Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta. In proper Shield gear. Jump out from up under the ring. Beats all three of them down. Takes the envelope back. Here comes Cena. Music. Just the suit, the title, nothing else. Standing right next to where Vince was. Rollins hands him the envelope. Cena opens the envelope, pulls out a document, looks at him, and mouths something to Vince. Can't tell what it is because the camera angles are bad. Segment ends. We come back. John, who, by the way, is just fucking retired from last year's WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H and The Rock. 3 at that time, future Hall of Famers.
Right.
They make a phone call. Vince can't do what needs to be done. They're calling the board of directors. And they're calling a meeting first thing next morning. Getting political again, right? That's all we hear from that episode. That's all we get from John. Less is more, right? The following week, we get new music for John Cena. But it's not what you think it is. It's snooty, blue-bloodish, orchestra kind of music. Like the exact opposite of a John Cena track. And he just walks out there. And we finally hear him talk. And the only thing he says to the crowd is, "You're welcome." And before he can say another word, who comes out? This is the week before Survivor Series. Not a damn pay-per-view main event's been called. Linda McMahon, on behalf of the board of directors. The board has temporarily put Vince out of commission. So whatever's in that envelope has no effect on the board of directors. It's all on Vince. I'll tell you later what's in the envelope. You'll like it.
Right. Well, let's throw it to our second commercial, and we will be right back.
Vodka, Ebol, Castell. Indulge in the Red Revolution.
All right, we are back. Want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. $1.99 get you pretty much the whole shebang. Members only videos. You get the merch at cost. A lot of other perks. So check the memberships out, and we'd definitely love to have you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Linda McMahon comes out. Envelope has no effect on the board of directors. John Cena basically tells her, "You're playing with fire. Careful what you do next." Before Linda can make any sort of announcement, if you smell, it's time to play the game, and I'm just a sexy boy.
Nice.
All 3 come out to the stage, pleading their case. Why Sean's there, I'm not really sure. But I need a third person, because the third person I wanted is not there. But he will be very soon, and you'll see in a few minutes why I did what I did. There's a number 1 contenders match at Survivor Series that opens the show. Each one of them will pick one competitor to represent them. Because Dwayne's still not clear to compete. Hunter's not clear to compete. Sean's retired. Follow me?
Mm-hmm.
They have till the end of the night to figure it out. And whoever wins the number 1 contendership will go on to face John Cena in the main event of Survivor Series, representing their respective coach, I guess you would say. And when they're cleared, they can then, it's like an interim title thing.
Right.
When they're cleared to compete, they can take over the championship. Mind you, we've had quite a few releases from other companies while this is all going on. You ready for this? Triple H's pick, Bobby Roode. At that time, they were just fucking see it.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels, he goes safe. He goes Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
Similarities, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who does The Rock pick?
Jacob Fatu.
Roman Reigns. Survivor Series. Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, Roman Reigns. That's been announced. But the main event of this Raw is a 6-man tag team. Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, Roman Reigns versus John Shield.
Oh, shit. Huh?
Everyone is banned from ringside. Gets better. Ready for this? Match happens. Nice, good back and forth. Ox and Dolphin pair off. Bobby and Seth pair off. That leaves Roman, Cassius. We get to the final moments of the match. The Shield turns on Cassius. And Roman joins the Shield and wins the match. The main event's been rigged. Okay, we now have Roman Reigns, part of the Shield now, versus John Cena. That's how I'm going to book the beginning of Survivor Series. Okay?
Nice.
Playing the politic game, though, right? We can't let that slide. Linda's not going to let that slide. The board of directors have been watching this. They turned into a triple threat. Who's your third person? Take a guess. It can't be Hunter, Sean, or Rock because none of them are cleared.
Long back? Oh. Famous. I don't know.
Cassius Ono.
Okay.
Triple threat. Roman Reigns, John Cena, Cassius Ono. I know, in any fucking environment, that just sounds fucking weird. But mind you, this is rookie Roman Reigns.
Yep.
This is fresh, green as shit. Just got off the fucking football field Roman Reigns. So like he's not established as the big dog or the tribal chief or the OTC or
Right.
any of that shit, even though I acknowledge. Cassius, all intents and purposes, is the fucking veteran in this match. Remember, this is 2011. John Cena's only been doing this since 2000. Chris Hero's been doing this since like 96, 97.
Right.
Put on a banger of a match. Banger of a match. Shield gets involved. But here comes the 3 decrepit old fucks. Everyone's fucking down. John Cena's about to win it. Look in my eyes. What do you see? CM Punk returns and lays out everyone wearing black. Now, mind you, I didn't tell you what John Cena's wearing, have I? Suit slacks, dress shoes, taped up wrists. That's it. Because you don't deserve the really fucking fancy singlet that he had made. I've seen them. They're not worth it. I promise you.
Yeah.
He is as stuck up as a motherfucker. lays out Cena. Punk throws Roman on top of Cena for the win. You know what happens when green guys get titles, right? It goes to their head.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So now you have Mox and Seth. Now I need to figure out where their allegiance lies. Going out of Survivor Series, Cena's not worried about that fucking title anymore. He wants revenge. He wants blood. He wants CM Punk in a first blood match, to which is declined next night on Raw. But CM Punk's not there. He's not cleared to compete. He won't be cleared until the first of the year. Cena says that's unacceptable. He goes on a fucking tirade. He orders the Shield to destroy everyone in the arena. Like, Roman with that title think he's just not shit right now. Like, he don't have to fucking listen. Fucking boss. That kind of caused some tension between him, Mox, and Seth. Right? Here comes Cassius. I want to fight. I just want to talk. Whatever reason y'all fucking kicked me out, whatever. But you now have a chance to fucking get out from under his shadow. It's not as good as you think it is staying there. Trust me. You kicking me out is the best thing you ever fucking did for me. Roman gets a little hot-headed. The hell do you mean? Exactly what I said, I mean. Well, if that's the case, why don't you face me tonight? Cassius Ono, Roman Reigns, one-on-one later tonight. John hears about this through a monitor. He storms off to find them. That's not what John wanted. John wanted his Shield to decimate the entire locker room until he got what he wanted. They eventually comply. They eventually comply. The match gets called off. Ono takes measurements in his own hands. He goes after the motherfuckers. Just the shit knocked out of him, of course. But not for getting a few good licks off to every fucking one of them, including John Cena. Mm-hmm. We go to SmackDown. Now, we ain't been on SmackDown at all. Because they got their own shit. But the Shield, by Shield, I mean Mox and Seth, have an opportunity for the tag team championships, which, remember, at this time, it was a god-awful fucking penny belts that are on both brands.
Right.
And this just happens to be on a SmackDown. This happens. It's the Usos versus the Shield. And I'm talking about painted up Usos. Usos win. Because Roman just couldn't let family ties go. Early bloodline shit. All right? Like, he didn't interfere, but because he didn't interfere, the Usos won. Got some separation there, right? The following week on Raw, Roman goes out and cuts a promo. He's one of the youngest WWE champions in history. He's going to be the most dominant WWE champion of all time. I'm not going to be a multiple-time WWE champion. I'm just going to be the WWE champion. Hear this god-awful fucking blue-bloodish, fucking prickish music fucking play. And here comes John Cena. And John gets in the ring with his other two Shield boys. They come out with him. And he gives Roman an ultimatum. Either lay down and give me that title, or I'm going to take the title. And you'll be as irrelevant as Dwayne's career thus far. Kind of hit a nerve because remember who picked Roman to be in that match? It turns back into the fucking family ties shit, right? Roman begrudgingly agrees. Brings out a referee, lays down. 1, 2, he kicks out real fucking quick. Like, it's fucking with, like, fucking champion, right? He's the fucking champion. And you see Mox trying to kind of tell him, like, this is what you need to do. But you see Seth over here in the fucking corner, like, conflict right now. So Mox eventually kind of gets him down there again. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Fucking jumps right back up. Now, mind you, Cena's just putting his foot on his fucking chest. Not even covering him. Like, this is the most humiliating shit of all time. And by this time, Moxley's getting hot-headed, as Moxley fucking does. Even back then.
Yep.
Swings him around. By that time, Seth gets involved. Like, listen, this ain't fucking right. You know it's not fucking right. You know this ain't fucking right. We don't need to do this. By that time, Seth turns around into a fucking attitude adjustment. Cena gets on the mic and tells him to lay down now, like the bitch you are. That don't go over well.
No.
Because that didn't piss off Roman. That pissed off Mox. Because that's my guy. You're calling him a bitch. You're calling me a bitch.
Right.
The Shield turns on John Cena. Okay. Now, granted, it's only 2-on-1 right now because Seth just took a fucking attitude adjustment. This is back when one attitude adjustment takes you out for fucking good.
Yeah.
Cena gets out. Vince McMahon comes out. He's returned. And told John, I don't give a damn what's in that fucking envelope anymore. You take that thing and shove it. No more favors. No more protecting you. You kiss my ass. I quit. Whatever's in the envelope was bad enough for Vince McMahon to quit. Here comes Hunter, confused. Granted, he's still not clear to compete, so he's still kind of bruised up.
Sure.
And Vince is like, nope, this is what's best for business. You take the reins. Gets in his limo and fucking leaves. Hunter makes a fucking beeline out to that motherfucking ring. Gets on that microphone, calls out fucking John Cena. He's fucking pissed. His father-in-law fucking left him. He got left with the fucking world. Cena shows up on the Tron. Just shit-eating grin. Triple H said, I know what you want, and you're going to get it. You're going to go through an eliminator match for the WWE Championship against all 3 members of the Shield. In order to win that title, you have to beat them all. One after the other after the other.
So a gauntlet match.
We're going to Armageddon. I don't remember. I think it was TLC that year. I always liked Armageddon more. It's not as gimmicky.
All right.
We get to Armageddon. John Cena versus the Shield. Here comes Seth first. Seth gets hooked up in a roll-up real quick. 1, 2, 3. Hold the tights. Ain't nothing. All that good shit, right? Next one's Moxley, obviously. 10, 15 minutes. Back and forth. Moxley bleeds. As Moxley does. Because Cena took the fucking chain and busted his ass wide open with it and choked him out. By the way, none of these matches are, they're all no disqualification. They get away with it. Here comes Roman. Roman's pissed. Big Samoan looking motherfucker pissed off. And this is where I'm changing history. They go another 10, 15 minutes. Blow for blow. Shot for shot. I've never really liked Roman having the spear as a finish. So in this reality, it's the Superman punch. It's a little, and it's like that old Superman punch where he actually fucking connects with it.
Right.
He hits Cena with that Superman punch with the chain. Gets a 2 count. Gets up. Eats a low blow. Eats a straight fucking shot to the face with a chain. This is where we break Roman's nose and we have the transformation into the sex god that we have now. We're taking that shit out fucking 5 years early. Cena regains the WWE Championship. Nobody can stop Cena now. Triple H comes out. Wait. Forgot to mention one last thing. I said every member of the Shield. Cassius Ohno sneaks in from behind, rolls him up 1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit.
Cassius wins the WWE Championship. Who makes the count, though? Referee's gone. CM Punk in a referee shirt. And that's how we're leaving the end of 2011. A pissed off, fuming, dead to rights fucking heel John Cena. And WWE champion Chris Hero.
So crazy. All right.
Leading the Shield.
All right. Well, when we come back after this break, I'm going to tell you the few things that I might have changed. We'll be right back. Havoc Energy Drink is the energy drink for gamers and streamers by gamers and streamers. Not only does it have the B vitamins and caffeine that you're used to in your energy drinks, but it also has a healthy dose of creatine for mental acuity to help you win that next game or focus through that next stream. Go to tryhavocenergy.com and enter the code HSP10 at checkout for 10% off your order. Again, tryhavocenergy.com, or you can use the link in the description. Enter the code HSP10 for 10% off your order. All right, we are back. All right. So, you okay?
Yeah, just big Slurpee. I'm good.
For me, it would be more the changes in the aesthetic. I mean, obviously, you book. That's what you do.
Mhm.
So, fantasy booking that out is better than I could have done regardless. But I think, John Cena's new look, he could do the suit when he's not wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's everything black. Long pants, black shoes,
Mm-hmm.
black headbands, same things that he has now. The wristbands, the headbands, all black. Get rid of all the color. Fuck all that bullshit for the kids. There's no color anymore. I think he comes out to. I don't know that I would come out to Thugonomic, but a different kind of track.
Badman? Nah, it's too big.
Yeah, it's too big. I don't know. You just have to record a new track. I'd love to hear the new track that he made for this heel turn.
Yeah. It's somewhere on a flash drive at his house. That's all I know.
Yeah. So whatever that song was, that's what we'll go with.
Okay. Was a bad man.
Same. I mean, same Tron that you're talking about. The same Tron that he has now.
Mm-hmm.
Just stripping every bit of color from his character. I think I had no. When you were booking through there, I had no fucking idea you were about to bring old Shield members in, and like you went out there with your shit. But I liked it. I think that's a great first year to book out. But before we move on to Weekend Wrestling, I wanted to talk about what do you feel would have been like the more universal happenings if John Cena turned heel at the time. Like, would it have meant as much back then as it does now? Would it have been because he was at the height of his career? Would it have been even bigger back then? Would it have eclipsed the Hollywood Hogan heel turn?
Short answer, yes. Not to the point of Hollywood Hogan, because I don't think we can ever replicate that. But damn close, because I want you to remember something. 2011 John Cena was that John Cena that was forced down everyone's goddamn throats, and we were sick of it. I know I was. I was begging for something to happen. That heel turn, especially if we booked it like they did at Money in the Bank, like I just booked it, would have been chef's kiss.
Perfect. Yeah. So outside of, I mean, but you got to realize that turning him heel then kills 15 years of being the biggest merch seller.
Does it though? Let me ask you this. Remember when Punk turned heel at the end of 2012, going into 2013? He still outsold John Cena in merch as a heel.
Maybe.
He sold more merch as a heel. All you have to do is just get the merchandise that you think people would want for a bad guy John Cena. You're not going to want the colorful shirts and fucking colorful handbags. You're just going to want fucking like a simple black shirt. Simple black design. That's all you need. Same thing for the headbands. Fucking headbands would fucking sell regardless. Put his fucking name on them.
Yeah.
Same thing for hats. Like, you put his fucking name and gimmick or likeness on it, it's going to fucking sell.
Yeah.
And now that he's a fucking bad boy, now he's a fucking prick, at least for the first couple of weeks, because we don't really know the kind of heel John Cena was. Fucking merchandise sales going to go through the roof. That fucking Chicago-made CM Punk shirt that debuted at Money in the Bank that year, as much as that sold, it's not going to outsell what John Cena heel merchandise is going to do. But you don't get that until he comes back, because they played the whole fucking angle. Like, they took all of John Cena stuff off of shop. They took everything mention of him off WWE.com. You can't find anything unless it's on fucking eBay. And eBay was a lot simpler back then. God, do I miss it. Not the point. John Cena turning heel in 2011, how, yes, it would change so much today. I do think it had been bigger than what had happened this time, because let's face it, that it really felt forced when he turned heel this time. Granted, I'm enjoying it.
Right.
But this would have been more of a natural transition because the story was there. Rock screwed him. Rock has been there throughout this fucking storyline, not necessarily touching him, because eventually that storyline I do want ending up to be John Cena and The Rock for the WWE Championship. I mean, if you want to book it out even further, I would have Cena go over Ono and fucking win the title, and then have fucking Dwayne challenging for the championship that year. And whoever won the Royal Rumble go work for the World Heavyweight Championship in the first match, because, they don't get the fucking main events anymore. Actually, 2012, WrestleMania 2020. Yeah, because that was the year fucking Sheamus won it, went after Daniel Bryan and won the fucking first match in like 12 seconds.
Right.
So you can just leave that alone.
No, it's very interesting. And I was going to ask you what you think it would have done to the industry as a whole, but there really weren't any competitors at the time.
Well, like I said, at least in my fantasy world, we had some releases from TNA because of the Dixie Carter bullshit. So we had some TNA guys coming over.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that TNA couldn't got acquired by WWE. I'm not saying it is, but that what if is there, as well as, Ring of Honor could have been bigger in my world. TNA could have been bigger. MLW was just starting back up at that point. We had AAA, we had CMLL. New Japan was just getting hot again. And with Vince, quote unquote, quitting, that Forbidden Door could have opened a decade ago. And we got all of these working under one roof. I mean, if we book it out far enough, yeah, I can get it there in like a year and a half, 2 years.
Sure.
But I'm not doing that. We specifically said John Cena 2011 heel turn. I start the heel turn at WrestleMania. I complete the heel turn at Money in the Bank. And we got super heel Cena from Money in the Bank until Armageddon.
Yeah.
Because fuck TLC. And so much shit changed. So many different trajectories changed. But it kept everything interesting. At least for me, it did.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it.
So, short answer, yeah. Would it have been as big as Hogan? No, because that's the biggest heel turn of all time. I don't care what anybody says. But it would definitely be top three. Top three, hands down, if that happened, the way I booked it out.
No, I think that's...
So, how do you feel? Same question posed to you. How would you feel about him turning heel in 2011? Would it have been as big as it is now? Would it have been Hollywood Hogan? Everything.
I think it would have been bigger then, because everybody wanted it so bad. Like, I think people genuinely wanted Cena to stay a babyface during his last year. Like, I don't think anyone was out there screaming for him to turn heel. Well, they were screaming for him to turn heel back then.
Yes.
So, I think that it very closely could have rivaled the Hogan heel. I'm not saying it would be bigger, but it would definitely be 1A.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think that it would have been... I don't think it would have done much to the industry as a whole. It would have done good numbers for WWE, you know, for their own ledger, but I'm trying to weigh what I know the benefits would have been versus what I know the losses would have been.
Right.
Like, I don't know. We wouldn't. It's just hard to even imagine like not having the same look into who John Cena really is all of this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he was a heel, we wouldn't really know anything about him. I don't know. It's a tricky question. I think that it would have been an enormous heel turn. I think you're right. I think the merch sales would climb. I think ticket sales would climb.
Mm-hmm. And think of all the people we brought to the main roster, not only just a little bit earlier, but in general. Like, we have all 4 Shield members. Cassius Ohno was never really brought up to the main roster. You have Moxley, and we brought him up as Moxley. We didn't bring him up as Dean Ambrose. It's fucking John Moxley.
Yeah.
Rollins, Roman, Cassius. We have Bobby Roode get signed to WWE earlier than expected, and I firmly believe that was his prime years, was like 2010 to 2014.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, spend the best years of his career in WWE. You had Dolph Ziggler get called into the main event spot, even though it was even slight. But Dolph Ziggler is always a good hand to fucking have. You had fucking Dwayne on TV, which brought in fucking ratings. You had Triple H be coming back as an active competitor that's going to bring in fucking ratings. You had CM Punk come in when you needed to at more of a special attraction than you need a full-time worker. Now, granted, this was post Money in the Bank, so he was white fucking hot there. So you made even more money whenever he was on fucking TV. I mean, all around ratings, money, merchandise, getting more boys on the fucking roster, having them get paid, more fucking exposure. You had a real early championship reign of Roman Reigns to see where he stands. I mean, it was going to be a short fucking reign anyway. You finally get Cassius Ohno that fucking spot that I believe he fucking deserved years ago. And you get heel John Cena going into 2012. And going into 25, I mean, if you want to bump it into the Royal Rumble, we'll bump it into the Royal Rumble. We'll have Punk versus Rock like we did. That would be the number 1 contendership for John Cena's title. You can bring him on. As we do our closing thoughts. Just let them know.
Hey, man, we're just wrapping up something. You right there.
So, we get Punk, Rock early. I mean, everything's about a year off. Rock goes to WrestleMania, works for the WWE Championship. We have Rock go over and then bring in that fucking championship belt that he brought in 2013. We bring it in a year early because we still have the spinner belt for John Cena. I think John Cena should be the last person to hold the spinner belt in this universe. And this is a new era. So whatever goes on from there, goes on from there. But for just booking out the Royal Rumble, we've already got matches set up for Royal Rumble. We got the Royal Rumble itself set up. We got matches into WrestleMania setting up. I mean, at that point, you could have broke up the fucking Shield into 2 sub-factions and had them work tag team actions at WrestleMania. Like, there's so many possibilities that if I really want to go on a fucking tangent, I could. But I think this is a good place to leave off for tonight. But yes, if John Cena did turn heel in 2011, it'd have been a financial gain. It'd have been a ratings gain. Like, across the board, have been positive.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. All right, well, we're going to throw it to a commercial, and we will be right back with Weekend Wrestling, and Edgar will be right there.
Let me introduce you to our new sponsor, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. Check this out. They sent us this huge box of samples with all these amazing flavors, from traditional flavors like the OG and ranch to unique flavors like cinnamon churro and my favorite, backyard barbecue.
Absolutely, man. Let's not forget the garlic parmesan, cracked black pepper, and my personal favorite, the maple brown sugar. It is grade A, phenomenal, my guy.
So me, Draven, and Miner all sat down, went through all these flavors. Of course, we each had our favorite, But one thing we agreed on, this is an amazing brand. If you're a sunflower seed eater, definitely need to check this out. If you're not a sunflower seed eater, you still need to check these out because they got a flavor that you like, without question. Miner's favorite was dill pickle. I like the barbecue. Use the link in the description and enjoy.
All right, we are back, and we are joined by Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast.
The definite. Oh, fuck it. I ain't doing it.
What's good, fellas?
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm here finally. Sorry about all that.
Say his name
Had a
and
crazy
he'll
ass day.
No worries, man. No worries. Everything go okay today?
Everything's good. The wife got like 7 teeth removed, 4 wisdom teeth plus 3. So she was like out of it all day. I had to go pick up the kids, and I'm doing everything today. But everything's good now. Except for the fact that I can't see you guys for some reason.
Oh,
Well, we've been talking about John Cena for the past hour, so there's that.
well, hold on. Give me 1 second.
For what I said.
There you go.
All right, we is back. All right,
You
so yeah,
can't see us.
we just wrapped up a new show that we're gonna be doing. Since we started this show late, we figured we'd do an early episode and kind of break that. We're doing something called Thursday Night Fantasy Wars. We are taking a prompt, like tonight was, what if John Cena turned heel in 2011? And we went through that discussion.
I basically fantasy booked it out from WrestleMania that year to the end of the year. Definitely go.
You guys are
check it out.
doing crazy work, man. I can't even.
Well,
I wouldn't even know where to start with that. That's crazy.
You put out more content than we do, though. So
Right.
it's
But definitely,
Give and
if you're
take.
interested in that one, like that's like prime me booking right there. Just go back and
Yeah,
listen to
dude.
it. It's fucking good.
It takes a lot of good memory, which I don't have to go back in time that far back in.
Oh bullshit! You have Chat GPT. Just pull it up like John Cena's opponents at pay-per-views 2011, and I just find a
That
good
just sounds
starting
like
point.
work.
I just find a good starting point, and I book from there.
Hey, there you go.
So,
Okay, maybe
Next
I
week's
can
gonna
do
be
it then.
fun, dude. We'll go ahead and announce it. Next week is what if the Undertaker lost his streak sooner, and who would it have been?
Who would it be? Who would it be? Interesting. Okay.
that'll be next Thursday.
And I got a fucking week to cook on that. Oh shit!
All right.
That
well,
sounds
Edgar,
cool.
how you doing? Everything's good. Your wife's mouth is. You'll eventually be talking again, I assume.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. Yeah, everything's good, man. It's just something that she's been wanting to do for a while, and she hasn't been able to do it. Now we can actually afford it. So she's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, all right, let's do it then. And yeah, man, 7 teeth and like at one time at the same time, man. She's a trooper.
Crazy.
She's hanging in there.
He's better than me.
Dude,
hmm
I have all my wisdom teeth are in, like they've actually all dropped in.
Yeah, me too. I've never had to pull them out.
Yeah.
No comment.
Hey man, it's a horrible surgery too.
I know the pain
It
she's
is
going through,
a
I'll put it that
horrible
much.
surgery. I've heard. I've seen friends just bad shape after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we just picked up some Narcos for her, so I'm sure that'll be a fun time.
Absolutely.
Just so everybody knows, he lives in Montana. If you're going after him,
Yes.
Montana,
Yes.
Narcos, Montana.
He lived next to the Unabomber.
All right, Edgar. This is your part. What we got
I
tonight?
guarantee you I just demonetized this video. Fuck. God damn it.
It's okay.
Anyway.
We've said worse and stayed monetized. It's all right.
So we figured we'd do a quick weekend wrestling, hitting a couple of the high points from the week. What you got first?
Yeah, so this past weekend was full of wrestling from both WWE and AEW. We had Saturday night's main event, we had NXT's Battleground, and we had AEW Double or Nothing. Did you guys check out any of the shows this weekend?
I watched Saturday night's main event, and then thankfully, I didn't want to watch Battleground, but then I remembered the Jordan Stephanie Vacar match, and I just like, all right, fuck. I flipped it right as the entrances of that match were happening. So I literally watched that match, and that was the only thing that I watched on Battleground.
I was fucking out of it all day. I was recuperating.
Yeah, no wrestling for you, huh?
No, I got plenty of wrestling this weekend. I promise you.
Oh, yourself though. You did the wrestling, but you didn't watch any this past weekend.
I watched main event on the way back from Tampa. But as far as like Sunday, I cut everything off. I was not watching it.
And for some reason, I wasn't as excited about this AEW pay-per-view as normal, so I didn't order this one.
What? No.
Yeah,
you didn't want to see Sasha 5 belts?
Shit. Fuck her.
Sasha Hogan?
Brother. Oh, no. Sister?
So, what were you getting at with that?
Yeah, so one of the topics that came out of this weekend full of wrestling is the fact that WWE and AEW had shows that same weekend. And a lot of people feel like WWE is purposely scheduling their shows the same weekend or the same days as AEW. And it brought up in the press scrum after Double or Nothing, where Tony Khan says that this is what they've been doing consistently. And it turns out that they might be right, because we recently learned that WWE once again is going to have more wrestling shows the same weekend as All In, which is the weekend of July 12th and 13th. WWE is planning on having NXT's American Bash. So I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. Is WWE trying to stick it to AEW, or
Well,
is this just coincidence?
No, of course they do that. I mean, and the problem is it happens to them also. Like WrestleMania week, everybody and their mother has a fucking show in the same town.
Tell me about it. Fucking dealt with that shit Saturday. Dude, within fucking 10 miles of where I was working, there were 7 other shows, not including WWE.
Wow.
So that happens anytime they have these big weekends, at least for WWE. Maybe for AEW as well. I'm not really privy to their weekend assessments like we are with WWE.
Well, it's tending to become a theme. They are kind of matching their schedule, but I mean, all they do is make it a very expensive weekend. Well, I mean, I guess not. All of their pay-per-views are on. Well, I guess all of NXT's pay-per-views are on Sunday, so that's why they do it. But yeah, of course it's intentional. It was intentional back in the wars. It's intentional now. Just is what it is.
Yeah, look at it from a business perspective, dude. I mean, I run wrestling show A, Dark runs wrestling show 1A. I don't want to say B because he's going to get offended. We are both running major shows same weekend, say within 50 miles of each other, since we're indie guys. Our names are going to draw so many people within that 50-mile radius, right? But at the same time, because we're a bigger promotion, there's a lot more smaller promotions that are going to show up there and try to get their cut of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. As far as WWE and AEW goes, it's business because they want to make the most money that they can. It's like if he's running 1A, I'm running 1. We're going to get as many fans in there. We're going to sell as much merch. We're going to sell as much concessions. And we're going to make as much money as we can, even if we're running on the same fucking night.
Yeah, but I mean, WWE also can afford to do this because it's on Peacock and they've already been paid by Peacock.
The CAC.
They don't have a financial incentive to make it a show that nothing competes with it. So if they can still get the same pay and knock a 50,000 pay per view buys off of AEW, they do it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going up. AEW is going up against. I just read right now. Saturday night's main event also is
Mm-hmm.
going to be that weekend, and the American Bash, which is one of NXT's top PLEs for the the NXT brand. Um,
And aren't they
I mean,
doing
why?
the Evolution pay per view too that weekend?
Yeah, the Evolution pay per views that weekend too.
Yeah, I believe you guys are right. Yep, Saturday night's main event, Great American Bash, and Evolution 2 will take place July 13th.
Yeah,
The
so
AW is going up against a whole fucking
To be
crazy
fair,
number of shows.
to be fair though, to be fair, all ends on Sunday, correct?
Yes, I believe so. The
Okay.
13th.
So realistically, you don't really have to worry about Saturday night's main event. So take that out of the fucking equation. You have to worry about the developmental pay per view, which they've beaten them in the ratings before. And then you got to worry about this one off women's pay per view, which, let's be real, unless they pull out some killer fucking names that are on the indie scene, all in still going to be the biggest fucking draw that weekend.
sure.
And I'm not an AEW guy, and I'm telling you that.
I mean, it's already sold a ridiculous amount of tickets. It'll be the most attended that weekend for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The hope is that those other options don't lower their pay per view numbers because they're not in the same city. The people going there aren't going to be torn between the two shows locally. So it's just pay per view buys that they're fucking with.
Right. Edgar,
Yeah.
what are the times for the two WWE pay per views and the All In pay per view? What are the times?
Let me look it up. Give me one moment.
I think All In is actually starting at like 3:30.
That's early
Yeah.
for them. I mean, granted, it's probably gonna be like an 8 hour goddamn pay per view, but still early
I think they made it earlier.
because they heard it's bitch enough.
Probably. I think they made it earlier because maybe because of the WWE starting their shit late. I don't know.
So the report by this article that I'm reading on the WrestleView just says that Saturday night's main event is going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, July 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can pull up the other two just for
Yeah, because if they're running NXT and a WWE pay per view, I guarantee NXT is going to start at like fucking 3 local time, and then the women's pay per view is probably going to start about 7 or 8. Which, not being sexist at all, because I praised women's wrestling last week and fucking nauseum.
the start time for Evolution has not been explicitly mentioned yet.
Bitch,
What's the time for All In?
let me jump on the cock real quick.
All In taking place Saturday, July
Oh.
12th, and it will start at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
All In's on a Saturday this year?
Mm-hmm.
So
so
it's
it's
going to
running
be
its-
before Saturday night's main event. That's what if they're starting it at 3:30 Eastern time. It'll be done by 8 Eastern time, which is
no.
four
All
and a
In?
half hours.
No, dude, they'll run 6-7 hours. That's the biggest show of the year.
It says 3 p.m. Eastern Time, but I'm guessing that includes the dark hour that they usually do.
I don't
So the
think
main
that's how
show-
it works anymore.
No.
When it comes to WWE, yes, they'll give the start time for the pay per view and I'll include the pre show, but I haven't seen AEW do that.
yeah.
Okay.
But either way, All In's their biggest show. It runs no less than fucking 6-7 hours. Because you know they're gonna have fucking 12 to 19 fucking matches on that motherfucker.
Yeah, but I don't. I need to go back and see how long the other all-ins were.
Give me 2
I'll
seconds.
tell you
I'll
right
let
now. I'm
know.
looking that up right now.
Okay.
All in 2024, including 0 hour pre-show, lasted approximately 4 to 5 hours. So it was like 4.5 hours, give or
Including
take.
pre-show,
Yes.
so like 3.5 airtime.
Not bad.
So you really don't gotta worry about it then, as
Yeah.
far as pay-per-view buys.
But I think they were scheduled to have it starting at 7 or 8, and then the Saturday night's main event was announced, so they dropped it down to be done before main event starts.
That's smart. I mean, that is smart. You're not gonna lose any pay-per-view buys. You're still gonna get everybody at the live arena. I ain't gonna say all the way fucking home, but at least out of there, so they can still enjoy that.
Right.
It's gonna sound like a
And-
smooth ass weekend more than anything.
And because last year they were in Europe, the show started a lot earlier too.
That's because that was a local time.
We're definitely streaming all in.
Email that to me so I can remember. I don't make any plans. I don't book anything out that week.
Is it July or August?
July.
July.
Yeah, July.
Yeah, because
Um,
that last weekend in July, I may or may not be in the state.
It's July
So
12th.
based on how they're doing, how WWE is doing the Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, I think they might do something similar with the Great American Bash and Evolution. If they're both going to be on Sunday, I think maybe Evolution will be like midday, and the Great American Bash will be the usual 5 p.m. on a Sunday. That would be my guess.
Okay.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Either way, they're going to put something on that Evolution card for fans to really give a shit about.
Yeah.
Like, you'd probably have to get like Jordan Grace and Tessa Blanchard in the main event for me to give a fuck. Just for me to give a fuck about that show.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, we're definitely going to get Stephanie Vacar versus one of those lucha chicks that's been messing with her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jordan's going to have to face somebody that I wonder if is Tyra still with AAA?
Tyra Valkyrie?
Yeah.
I think she's still under an AEW contract.
Yeah,
something
she's
like
still
that.
with AEW. I've
That
seen
door's not
her
gonna open.
recently do like some promotion and stuff for AEW.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
All right, well,
we might get Britt Baker at fucking Evolution.
we could get Britt Baker.
That would get me to
Someone-
watch.
Someone posted something on social media that I thought was really interesting. They said the only way I will care about Evolution is if they bring Mariah May. I was like, oh, that would be
But isn't
I
she
think that
still
would pop a
technically under
rating.
contract?
She's still under contract, and she just made a big thing about wanted to take some time off, and now everybody's just assuming that I don't want to be here anymore. Like, so I don't know. There's a lot of questions still.
Yeah, but if she's
I
under
mean, we
contract,
still got
there's
a
no way
couple
it's gonna
months
happen.
though.
Huh?
I mean, we still got a couple months though.
Yeah, maybe.
Kinda, right? Yeah.
All right, so what we got next?
Up next, with all these wrestling shows that they're doing, multi wrestling shows in one day, that's going to happen in the WWE. In a couple weeks from now, Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide. One of the matches that's already been announced for that card. We saw a little bit of the buildup on Monday Night Raw. It's Chad Gable, not El Grande Americano, the greatest luchador of all time, versus Hijo del Vikingo. They're going to square off at Worlds Collide. However, there was a graphic on Monday Night Raw that popped up that said that match
Oh yeah, they
is for the-
fucked up.
for the AAA championship, which, of course, a lot of fans noticed that right off the bat because currently, right now, Hijo del Vikingo or Chad Gable, neither of them is a Triple A champion. The current Triple A champion is Alberto del Rio. Alberto del Rio and Hijo del Vikingo are going to set, they have a match set for May 31st for Triple A. So a lot of fans are basically saying WWE shit the bed with this one. They pretty much told us who the winner is going to be. And again, I just go back to like, is WWE doing this shit on purpose at this point? Like, hey, like you guys don't even have to watch that. Like, this is gonna be the match that you guys want to see, or was this just a stupid mistake made by production?
It was a fuck up.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
It was
just,
just
a fuck up. I mean, that's if WWE values that partnership at all, and they should because Vikingo is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ton of amazing wrestlers there. Some of the luchadoras are unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
I just think that they fucked up.
Yeah, it was just fucked up because you know as well as I do, they have those graphics made weeks in fucking advance. They probably just put the wrong file up there that fucking time. It was like, oh well, we fucked up.
Yeah, I wonder if that's gonna like change the outcome at all of the
God,
match
I
on
hope
May
not.
31st.
I hope El Patron fucking shits the bed. Piece of shit.
That's
sorry,
another reason.
My bias showed. I'm
But
sorry.
here's the thing: will the WWE allow Chad Gable to lose that match?
I don't think
Yeah.
so because we just saw Trick Williams become TNA champion.
Crazy
What's to
shit.
say that Chad Gable doesn't become Triple A champion? That wouldn't be the craziest thing, would it?
No, it wouldn't. But my question would be how long are the average reigns for the AAA championship? Like if they flip like every 6-7 weeks, then yeah, I can see that happening. But I don't see them putting it on Vikingo just to fucking have him lose it.
Yeah.
To a certified mid-carder.
I'm pretty sure Alberto Del Rio has been Triple A champion for the past year at least.
Okay, then. So yeah, I don't see Chad winning this match. There might be some shenanigans with his fucking group or whatever, and it might be a DQ victory or some shit. But I don't see Vikingo handing the title over once he wins it.
If he wins it,
he'll win it.
They're gonna try to erase Del Rio.
Please, for the love
that's
of God.
another reason why I felt like they WWE did that on purpose, like saying like, "Hey, fuck that guy. He doesn't."
Maybe they did it for PR reasons. I mean, maybe they're like, just so everybody knows that motherfucker ain't staying champion under us.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, no, like he's up there
He's
with
a
like
piece of
this.
shit.
Yeah, he's one of the slimiest pieces of shit in all of fucking pro wrestling.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it was a crazy weekend and a crazy start of the week here in wrestling. But how are you guys feeling Trick Williams as new TNA champion?
I think it
did not see that coming. Number one,
I don't know that it's a good idea either. I mean, TNA is not billed as a quote unquote developmental league. It's supposed to be
the number two,
a semi competitor. That they're straight. So basically, what other belt are they just going to take all the belts to NXT? Like, I didn't think Joe Henry was going to lose that match.
I don't think he's going to hold that title for long. I think they're doing that more as a PR move to try to get TNA's name out there even more, with it being on a WWE guy. I mean, let's face it, when that shit happened, whose Facebooks and social medias blew up because of it? That's all I saw for fucking 6 hours was fucking Trick winning the title.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the thing with pro wrestling. Anything can happen at any time. I mean, am I happy for Trick? Yeah, absolutely. He's won the NXT and the TNA title in the same fucking year.
Yeah.
Who else can fucking say that?
Well, nobody. And
Exactly.
I think that's a pretty good thing.
Exactly. I mean, I see this an absolute win. Now, my question for you is, do they put it back on Joe? Or are they going to try to do something with Joe's contract to where he's a WWE talent? Because I didn't
That's what
see
I
him.
think is
I didn't see
happening.
him losing that title until his contract was up and they were going to sign him for WWE.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what's happening here. I think is it? I'm not sure. I haven't looked into like the details of his contract or anything, but is his contract almost up with TNA? Maybe it's time that
let me
they.
see if I can pull that up
know.
real quick.
Because if that's the case, then that makes sense to me as to the timing of him losing the title belt. Maybe I don't know if they're able to sign him, if WWE is able to sign him, if he's
Hendry's
still.
contract is up in November of this year. So it might be one of those things where they're doing it to write him off TV.
Maybe.
How can I miss you if you don't go away?
Wow, that's crazy.
Like
That's
what
a
if they
long-ass
what if they
time.
what if his contract expires in TNA? He doesn't have a no compete clause. He signs with WWE and he becomes a mystery fifth man in a fucking War Games match. And you don't see him from now until Survivor Series, dude, that pop's gonna be fucking huge.
Yeah.
You thought WrestleMania was fucking big? That's nothing compared to what this is.
But that's if they decide to bring him to the main roster. You think they'll bring him up just like that?
Yeah. He's proven himself to the higher ups that he's reliable to do so. I mean, if that wasn't the case, why the fuck did they put him with Randy Orton, even if it was for fucking 5 minutes?
Right.
That was a test, and he passed that test.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, I'd be down for that. Let's see that.
Well, it was a short one, but I had fun still.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we got a couple minutes, we can go over the main event card. Just give our small thoughts.
Yeah,
Okay.
the main event, the Money in the Bank qualifying match, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins advanced, and he's going to the Money in the Bank. There's 2 more spots open. 4 spots have been filled. Do you guys think it's going to be Seth Rollins that wins it?
Very possible.
I think it's almost certain.
I don't know. There's been times where Money in the Bank shit's been like,
Oh yeah, no,
out of
they've
fucking left
swerved,
field.
they've swerved crazy in that match. But I think that's how he's gonna have to get to the title shot. You know, his plan does not work without the World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got to figure out a way to get him there in a relatively short amount of time without making Jay look like he was just a transitional champion.
Is there going to be a King of the Ring tournament this year?
Don't know.
Because that could be another in for him. And that would be SummerSlam, basically.
Yeah.
Because last year, when whoever won King of the Ring, Gunther, got the title match at SummerSlam against Damian Priest.
But also, if he wins Money in the Bank, he doesn't have to cash in anytime soon.
Oh, we know. I remember the heist of the century.
Yeah.
I remember it very well.
So I think that I think he'll probably win it. Who do you guys think about the girls' side?
Who's on the girls' side right now?
So far, we got Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne, and Julia.
Just out of them 4 right now?
Fun fact, Rhea has never been in a ladder match.
It's going to be interesting, but I'm going to say Alexa.
Yeah. I'd love to see her in the title contention again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the next qualifying matches are going to be like or what they're looking like, but Liv Morgan said that she's going to get in one of the qualifying matches. But I would add Liv Morgan and Chelsea Green to this match. And I want to see Chelsea Green win it.
I would love to see that, but I don't see Chelsea getting in this ladder match.
I don't think so either, but
because she would fucking show up every motherfucker in that goddamn match.
I was really
Wasn't
shocked.
she in last year's ladder match where she did that crazy spot through the tables? That last year?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm an encyclopedia of older wrestling.
I think so, yeah. I think it was.
But
Yeah,
the reason I say that, and you can vouch for this, if you go back and watch Chelsea Green before WWE, like Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling, like not only is her character work on fucking par, she works like a fucking dude.
Yeah.
You get that Chelsea Green in the Money in the Bank? Oh my fucking Christ!
Yeah. I don't, they really tempered her down.
She wanted to do that. She wanted to be a diva in a women's division. She did that by choice.
Oh. All right.
Do your homework. CVV. Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah, well.
Shout out. Pay me, Chris.
I pay more attention to the Heel Shit podcast.
I do too, but still. It's good to know our competitors.
Yeah, I don't quite think we're on that level yet, but
Not yet. Keyword.
true.
All right. Well, fuck.
All right, well, want to take us out?
I don't have anything to hit you with. I'm sorry.
All right.
I can get us out of here, though, if you want me to.
Yeah, sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, starting next Thursday, we'll be having Fantasy Wars every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We're starting a little bit early in case we have to go over. We can still end at 9 o'clock. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. As always, we will be having Heel Shit Podcast this Sunday morning. Afternoonish. Well, it's at noon. Noon
It's at
Eastern.
noon.
Johnny Hughes, it's at fucking noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time.
Fucking Johnny.
Where we're going to discuss something at this point. It's too early in the week to figure that out. But we will have Heel Shit Podcast Sunday. And as always, next Tuesday night will be Week in Wrestling with your boys, Dark Cordz, Raven Grimes, and this sexy, beautiful, ugly ass motherfucker right here. Edgar, by the way, plug your shit.
Hit me up at Unabomber. No, I'm just kidding. At Snug Wrestling.
You know what that reminds me of? You know what that reminds me of?
I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Scribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, at Snug Wrestling. Hit me up everywhere, y'all. I got a bunch of shows that came out this week again. So leave a star rating, leave a review.
If you want constant content, the most content on the continent, right here, right there.
I'm gonna
Snug
shove
puts
it
it
down
out.
y'all throats as much as I can.
He raw dogs the shit out of you. No lube, no nothing. Anytime I
That's
open any
right.
social media, he's the first motherfucker that pops up.
Absolutely.
Like, I can't go a day without seeing that motherfucker's face. You and Mr. Blood are the two motherfuckers I see more than anything on my fucking phone.
Shout out to Mr. Blood.
Yeah,
Yep.
I need to get him on the show one day. But anyway, let's see that. Next Saturday is River City WrestleCon, where Dark Cordz and Elwood will be in attendance Saturday, and then the OGs will be there Sunday. Come talk to us, get a picture, autograph, all that good stuff. We'll be nice. We won't charge you or nothing.
Yeah, no.
Maybe ask you if you buy us lunch or some shit.
Maybe.
But anyway, River City WrestleCon is next weekend in St. Augustine, Florida. If you don't got your tickets, get them now while they're still fucking available. They're going to sell out fucking fast week of. Promise you. Never fails. As well as Saturday night, June 7th, Chase Hansen's benefit show, DFK Carnage Club. First time ever. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be fantastic, and it's for a good fucking cause. If you're in the Wausau area, definitely come out and show your support. If you're in the St. Augustine area, go buy a ticket and go meet some amazing legends. Like, this is probably the most stacked card as far as appearances that they've had since Sting. They had Sting like last year? Yeah, Sting was last year.
Yeah, and I missed it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think it is.
It's okay. Because you were there for his last match in Jacksonville.
I was.
And he looked you right in the fucking eye while you're standing on the fucking turnbuckle.
He did.
Yep. So
You
were there for
said
that.
Cords right there.
No, he looked at us like, the fuck are them jabronis? But yeah, definitely check out all the amazing wrestling action happening in the state of Florida. Let's see that. My man, hit that button. Let's talk about the merch. is
Beautiful.
as always, because this motherfucker's a fucking cunt and didn't fucking wear no merchandise, I will save the day. Get your HSP/TFK merger merchandise, as well as the Dark Horse, Draven Grimes, Rip Ruiz. Fuck. Logan Paul. I know that fucking spiked. I apologize for the
Oh,
audio.
yeah,
Sure did.
Hey, he had to be fucking mentioned one time on the show. I'm gonna fucking do it. Fuck Logan Paul and fuck Edgar for fucking supporting fucking Logan Paul and that false ass fucking tribal chief solo goddamn Sokoa.
Going all the way, winning Money in the Bank, baby.
Yeah, sure. And I'm gonna go to AEW, as well as everything else on the merch site store. And one last time, premium memberships. Go over it one more time.
Yes, YouTube memberships pretty much get everything you need for $1.99 a month. You get the members only video. You get the merch at cost. You get your own merch store for the members. You get the emojis, all that good stuff. So check out the YouTube memberships, and we'd love to have you.
Yep. And
So,
we're done.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. For Draven Grimes and Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast.
Snug from the Edgar Wrestling Podcast.
That's right. I'm Dark
I'll
Cordz.
take it.
This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
Where the bad boys reign, never following the norm.